I'm going to see how this saddle feels because it'll be different.
Yeah.
Go for it. Settle into that position for me.
I don't like it. Welcome back to another video, guys. I am back with Mr. Callum Hughes. We are in Velo Clinic. And so I've got the TT bike behind me, which you guys will have seen in one of my most recent videos, my new bike, which I'm really excited about racing this year. And we're basically going to fine tune a few things on this bike. Now, I don't have the new front setup that I'm going to get on the bike. That's waiting for me next week. But in the meantime, Callum and I are going to focus on new saddles because I've been testing a lot of saddles. I'm not massively comfortable. Callum knows what he's doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Swim bike runs.
Yeah,
Just do that, Harry.
I like bikes. So he's going to help me and we need to figure some stuff out. So let's go. So I've gone through a little bit of an evolution with my saddles that I've been using. I used to use the ISM PN 3.0 up until South Africa last year. Then decided I didn't really like it because it was too wide. It was rubbing on my inner thighs. I then moved to this, the Stride saddle last year, which I never loved, but I got on with. I had to tilt it down quite a lot to get into a good position. Problem was then I felt like I was kind of falling off the front of the saddle. Then I bought something else. I can't remember what it was. It was this one over here. Bought this one because of some clever marketing from Physique, and I saw Ali Brownlee on the page and I was like, I'll buy that. That sounds like a great idea. Didn't like that at all. So went back to using the Stride. That's when I talked to Callum. I was like, yeah, I need to come in and get my stuff sorted out. Then managed to get this saddle from Andy at BW Cycling, who has lent this to me just to see what this is like. This is the Specialized Citero. Callum's also got a different Specialized Citero that's slightly wider that we're going to test today, and also a 3D printed Physique saddle. So we're basically covering all the bases here with different saddles because I can't seem to get, super comfortable. Not that it's going to be like sat on the sofa comfy, but hopefully manageable, and I want to refine everything that I'm doing this year to get into the best position possible. But yeah, I mean, anything to add?
Yeah, we've got all the saddles to test. It's a busy day.
Yeah. I remember you were on this, so just showing you where my position was on my old bike with my old saddle, which I believe is the ISM. And then we've got new bike here with, we've kind of mimicked...
With a 2x4.
Yeah, with a plank of wood. Just potentially the position that the extreme that I can get to. Essentially with the new Ironman rules, your poles can't... Oops, sorry mate. Your poles can't extend further than the front part of your front wheel. So we've basically extended it to the extreme there to see how that would feel, what that would look like, because you might be able to tell that bike size large, this bike size medium. We're wondering if I was being a bit ambitious with that, but we know that we can go to that extreme, and it's actually opened up my hips quite a bit more, and I think it looks a lot better, and we'll obviously have to wait until I get the front setup on, but I think so far that looks pretty good.
Looks really good. Big improvement in posture. Hopefully get you to get that sub 70 off the bike.
Yeah, nice. And this is, what saddle was this that we've...
This is the Citero 150.
Yeah.
So Specialized Citero. It's got your normal standard gel in it.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable. Slightly wider. The 130 was something you liked.
Yeah.
But you preferred the taper of this saddle. So
yeah.
You seem to sit on it a bit better.
And it yeah, feels really good. I feel like I can get over the front end a little bit. So yeah, I think this will be the one that I try out and see how we get on. Yeah.
See how we go.
Back at home now, very glad to have seen Callum there and to test all those different saddles out. It's one of those things where you can test something yourself and then you just end up going down loads of different rabbit holes and just not really knowing what you're doing, and then making changes for the sake of making changes is what I was ending up doing. So I'm really happy to have this saddle to test from Callum, which is the Citero, the slightly wider one. it does look massive, doesn't it? Especially from this angle, it looks huge. But actually, I was finding on this saddle, I wasn't really using much of it behind there. It was actually this front bit, and that taper felt really good. So sort of like sitting about there, which has allowed me to then get over the bottom bracket a bit more. With this being a medium-sized bike, it does mean that I'm then closer towards. My worry was, are my knees going to hit the sort of the base bar here, especially when I'm like out of position. I'm really going for it. My knees are coming forward, but so far so good. I took a bit of a gamble going for the medium instead of the large again, but I actually feel like it's going to be the better size for me. I've basically pushed this as far forward as I possibly can, and as I alluded to in the start of this video, I will be getting a new front cockpit setup. It's not the Sync setup that I had last year. It's actually a completely different brand, and so I'm really looking forward to basically getting that installed. My elbows should essentially start sort of in line with this 9 here, so basically there. So I've basically got that much difference pushed forward. I've got essentially up until the front of that tyre there, so I think I get to about there with the poles, and it should make for a really, really nice setup. Opens up my hips a little bit more. This is why I wanted to go for a saddle that can push me forward, but also a bike the size of the bike that I can get pushed forward as well, so it can open up my hips more. I can then go lower on the front if I need to, if I feel like I need to, but my hips are still open. They're not like super locked up and closed. Whereas in my last position, as you could see from the videos at Callum's, is I was really sat back on the bike and I had a really closed hip angle. And actually this all started from a news article that came out about the top 10 bike times at Ironman 70.3 World Champs, and I was like the 9th or something, and they did a write-up of every single person's position, and they did photos and stuff like that, and it made it really obvious that my position is a bit compromised by how I sit on the bike. And so it felt like something that I really needed to optimize for this year. You know, going into this year, I'm working with amazing brands. I'm working with, like, having the support of Argon is incredible. It's amazing. And I want to do them justice and kind of like prove their belief in me correct. And of course, with other companies as well. And I just want to make sure that I'm leaving no stone unturned. And so to optimize my position makes so much sense, because guys are getting really, really quick. There's only so much training you can do. And actually you need to optimize other areas as well. And this is why I really need to optimize my bike position so that I can continue to put out really good power, but be as quick and as efficient as possible. And this is why I'm going to be continuing to see Callum, but also just optimizing every single little bit of this bike. It's not ready quite yet, of course, with the front setup. I'm going to be going one by as well, but we're getting there. Going for comfort first and then optimizing it for being as fast as it possibly can be. Now we're going to get on the bike for a 3-hour session, so that should test it out pretty nicely. And in the next video, fingers crossed, you'll be able to see James and myself up in Silverstone, which gives you a little bit of a hint of what company we're going to be going and seeing about the front setup. So I'm really looking forward to that video and showing you guys the process there. But yeah, once again, I've got to say a massive thank you to Callum for his incredible knowledge and support. I will link to his website and social media in the description below, so please do go and check it out. And yeah, time for me to get on the turbo, sweat it out. Hopefully I'm now more comfortable on the bike than I was, and yeah, do some further optimization on position ahead of the season. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.